You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yeah.
30 minutes after you get off the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Yep.
Gene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U, who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang, the entertainment industry, to further his own criminal enterprise. An enterprise engaged in murder, extortion, robbery, human trafficking, COVID fraud, and other felonies.
Last video, I'm going to go turn myself in to see what's going on. Talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about whack. Whack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff.
So Big U has officially been taken into custody, and the charges against him are insane. He's being accused of running a full-on mafia-style criminal operation in Los Angeles involving everything from murder to human trafficking, robbery, and extortion.
South LA crime boss Eugene Big U Henley is now in custody. Authorities say he ran a mafia-like organization while masquerading as a music mogul and gang peacemaker.
This whole situation is already wild on its own, but what's really got people talking is how it ties back to one major thing: the murder of Nipsey Hussle. For years, there have been whispers that Big U played a major role in Nipsey's death, and now with this new indictment, people are looking back at everything with fresh eyes, reanalyzing past events, revisiting old videos, and questioning things that might have been overlooked before. One of the biggest things making waves right now is a video of Loose Cannon where he claims Big U knew that Nipsey was going to get killed 30 minutes before it happened.
You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yeah.
According to Luce, he actually spoke to Nipsey right before the shooting, but never thought much of what Big U had supposedly said at the time. He didn't take it too seriously.
You don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so it'd be like they be hot one minute.
That means Big U might have slipped up by reaching out too early before Nipsey was murdered.
Then they be lukewarm, like you
and
just
30
never
minutes after you get off the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
But that's not all. There have been other times when Loose Cannon has outright accused Big U of backdooring Nipsey.
Big U, you keep posting pictures. Like, bro, nobody is believing that. That's after Nipsey death. Like, but you knew what was gonna happen, and you gave the okay for it to happen. You didn't stop it.
Another video in particular is one video showing Nipsey seemingly trying to warn other members of the Rollin' 60s Crips to stay away from the likes of Big U and his circle.
Jealous of young niggas. It's a lot of old niggas mad at niggas because they shit on, cuz. You grew up around these niggas wondering so spiteful toward young.
When you put that together with all the other allegations, it paints a picture that's got a lot of people thinking twice. Another clip that's gaining traction is one of Big U doing a live stream where he literally laughed at a comment about Nipsey.
Justice for Nip.
My young boy would have been there like, yeah, you got it.
You did.
All of this is bringing the conversation back to the same question. Was Big U the real mastermind behind Nipsey Hussle's murder? With his current legal troubles, a lot of people believe that the truth might finally start coming to light. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's dive in deeper and break it all down. Big U and Nipsey Hussle weren't always at odds. In fact, at one point, they were actually close business partners.
He really exudes everything that you need to exercise in business. So let's give this man a hand and clap it up for him.
Their relationship goes back to 2007 when Nipsey signed with Epic Records in preparation for what was supposed to be his debut studio album, South Central State of Mind. However, that album never saw the light of day, and as time went on, tension began to brew between Nipsey and Big U. The real breaking point was Nipsey wanted to cut ties with Big U's label. Allegedly, Nipsey felt trapped in a shady deal, one where he believed he was being extorted by Big U. But if you ask Big U, he has a different version of events. According to him, the conflict actually started when he stepped away from the music industry. During that time, Nipsey had possession of Big U's recording equipment, and when Big U wanted it back, Nipsey wasn't too happy about it. Eventually, Big U was able to recover his equipment, but that situation alone led to some serious friction between the two. From there, things just continued to spiral. Nipsey reportedly took offense to how Big U handled the situation, and their relationship started to shift. Then came You Don't Got a Clue, a track that many believe was a direct diss aimed at Big U, especially in the first few lines.
Busy getting rich, you think that I'm gonna stop for you? I built this on my own and everybody know it's true.
Big U wasn't just going to let it slide either. After hearing the track, he and some of his people pulled up on Nipsey to confront him. According to sources, they didn't just want to check him, they wanted to discipline him, and that didn't involve any sort of peaceful conversation. They allegedly tried to take him away for a DP, or disciplinary action.
Nipsey dissed, right? And he was like, hey, cuz, is this song about me? So Nipsey stood up or whatever and was like, yeah.
But before things could go any further, Black Sam, Nipsey's brother, stepped in. Black Sam stood his ground, telling Big U that Nipsey wasn't going anywhere with him. Big U wasn't having it, warning Black Sam to stay out of it, saying this was gang business and reminding him that he was never actually from the 60s.
Black Sam said, cuz my brother ain't going nowhere. You was like, ain't from the hood or whatever like that. He was like, my brother ain't going nowhere.
But the tension between them didn't stop at just music and business. Their family ties added even more fuel to the fire. Nipsey's first baby mother was actually Big U's niece, and during that time, things between Nipsey and her weren't great. Nipsey didn't approve of the company she kept around their daughter. Allegedly, there were guns, drugs, and alcohol present, and Nipsey wasn't going to stand for it. One incident in particular escalated things further. Nipsey reportedly went over to his baby mother's house alone and ended up pistol whipping a guy she was involved with. The altercation got ugly, and the man was beaten so badly that he had to be taken to the hospital. In the chaos, it was said that his baby mother might have been hurt as well. Once Big U caught wind of what happened, he immediately pulled up to Nipsey's store to confront him. Heated words were exchanged and things quickly turned physical. According to sources, Big U beat Nipsey down, which led to Black Sam running inside to grab a pistol. In an attempt to break things up, Black Sam fired a warning shot in the air, but that only made things worse. Within moments, LAPD swarmed the scene. When the police arrived, they saw Black Sam with a gun still in his hand, and without hesitation, they opened fire on him. Miraculously, not a single bullet hit him. Instead of being killed, he was arrested on the spot, along with Nipsey and Big U. The three of them were taken to the 77th Street Division, but they all managed to bail out the next morning. Despite all the tension, Nipsey continued to rise in the music industry. In 2011, he started collaborating with YG, and that came with its own set of problems. At the time, it was not common to see Pyrus hanging out in 60s territory, but Nipsey wasn't one to follow outdated politics. When they filmed the Girls Ain't Ish video, Nipsey invited YG to the 60s, and that did not sit right with Big U. He made it known that he disapproved, and Nipsey had to defend his decision. He ended up fighting multiple Rollin' 60s members just to have YG there. That respect was mutual. YG later invited Nipsey into Treetop Pyru territory for another video shoot, and the two built a strong friendship from there. Over time, Nipsey's career skyrocketed. He went from being an underground street rapper to a Grammy-nominated artist. But even with all his success, the issues with Big U were still lurking in the background. At times, it seemed like things between them were cooling down. They would be on decent terms for brief moments, but there was always tension under the surface.
That he had written something in a song supposedly talking bad about Big U.
And on top of that, Big U had gained a reputation for allegedly extorting artists who wanted to come into 60s territory. According to rumors, any rapper or big-name artist looking to step foot in the neighborhood had to check in and pay a tax to Big U if they wanted to move around without any problems. Then came early 2019. He had linked up with DJ Khaled and John Legend for the song Higher and planned to shoot the music video in the 60s. But as soon as Big U heard about it, things took a turn. Allegedly, he sent a gang of Rollin' 60s members to press Nipsey about it. Nipsey stood his ground, but the pressure was overwhelming. In the end, he was forced to relocate the entire video shoot to the top of a parking structure in Inglewood. Security had to be beefed up as well because Nipsey was receiving death threats, supposedly from the Inglewood families, a dominant blood gang in the city. Then, just days later, Nipsey Hussle was murdered. Almost immediately, speculation began swirling swirling that Big U had something to do with it. People started piecing together their rocky history, their past altercations, and the fact that Big U did not attend Nipsey's funeral. Another thing that really set people off, though, was a clip that began circulating online. It was a screen-recorded live stream of Big U where he laughed at a comment about Nipsey.
Justice for Nip.
A young boy would have been there like, yeah, you got it.
You did.
And now, with these fresh charges surfacing, people are diving even deeper into old theories. On Wednesday, March 19th, federal authorities swooped in, arresting Big U and several alleged members of the Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips, including rapper and No Jumper affiliate Brick Baby. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California, Big U was not just a high-ranking member of the gang, he was running it like a full-blown criminal empire under the name Big U Enterprise. The indictment accuses him of a laundry list of serious crimes: murder, extortion, robbery, sex trafficking, fraud, illegal gambling, and many more.
Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U, who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang, the entertainment industry, to further his own criminal enterprise. An enterprise engaged in murder, extortion, robbery, human trafficking, COVID fraud, and other felonies.
One of the most shocking allegations ties Big U to a 2021 murder. Federal prosecutors claim he was responsible for the killing of aspiring rapper Rayshawn Williams, who was signed to his label, Unique Music. Big U had flown Williams out to Vegas to record music, but something went left. Their schedule changed, and that reportedly caused tension between the two. Then Williams allegedly recorded a song dissing Big U. Not long after that, his body was found in a ditch near a landfill, shot in the face with a revolver, no shell casings left behind. A witness even claimed Big U showed up at the studio later that morning, looking drenched either in sweat or something else. But Big U's legal troubles don't stop at violent crimes.
They do say that part of the investigation involves the murder of another young rapper back in Las Vegas, that he had written something in a song supposedly talking bad about Big U, and that is why he ended up getting murdered.
Is also being accused of running major financial scams under the guise of community work. Turns out NBA stars Draymond Green and Shaquille O'Neal were caught up in this mess. Both athletes had donated $20,000 to Big U's nonprofit, Developing Options, thinking they were supporting youth programs in LA. Instead, prosecutors alleged that Big U was siphoning money into his own pockets. Big U's organization was also heavily involved with the city's Gang Reduction and Youth Development, or GRID, program, which is meant to steer young people away from crime. Between 2018 and 2023, Developing Options reportedly raked in a total of $2.35 million from the city, with Big U allegedly paying himself hundreds of thousands of dollars from the funds. This has raised serious concerns about just how much of that money was actually used for helping the community versus lining his own pockets. Right before turning himself in, Big U took to Instagram, hinting that his downfall was orchestrated by none other than Wack 100. He claimed Wack had played a role in getting the feds to come down on him, though he didn't provide any solid proof. Even with a storm of allegations against him, Big U doubled down on his stance that he was all about uplifting the community. If convicted on all charges, Big U could be looking at life behind bars in federal prison.